As we watch flooding here in Southeast Texas, first responders and crews are working nonstop, helping those families in need.
And joining us right now to talk to us this morning, we have Jason Millsaps, who's the Executive Director of the Montgomery County Office of Emergency Management. Jason, thank you so much for joining us. Now, and Jason, we want to talk about some of those hardest hit areas. Some of our reporters have been on the ground showing us what those families are dealing with. Can you talk to us about those areas that you're focusing on and what they're experiencing today, some of those concerns?
So we're still seeing a little bit of river and creek rise on the far east side of the county. Everything has pretty much crested on the north and west side of the county and has started to decline. But there's a few, especially the East Fork and Peach Creek and Caney Creek, that are still causing a little bit of flooding with the increased rise that's going on there, but not much more. They're actually should be cresting as we speak and start their decline, assuming based on rain estimates for tomorrow, we should be okay. The lake at Conroe has continued to steadily decrease release, which is helping those along the West Fork and get that river to start declining a little faster. But we still have many homes in the flooded areas underwater. And today we've already run a couple rescue calls for motorists that are getting trapped, not heeding the warnings, and we're going around barricades in their cars. So we urge residents to do not drive in high water. That's causing additional rescues that are unnecessary at this moment.
That is positive news for sure, Jason, to hear that the water is now dropping, but still a very tough situation for families. Do you know how many families evacuated, or are you guys still encouraging people to evacuate?
Over the last couple of days, we've run about 250 evacuations of residents. As of last night, we only had about 25 in our shelters. That was less last night than the night before. Texans are really nice. We help each other. So a lot of folks that are displaced or maybe not in a shelter, they're with neighbors or family, which is great, but the shelter's still there as a resource or a need for those that need it. We are hoping that as water recedes later today and through Sunday, assuming the rainfall estimates hold and we don't see an increase, that by Monday, most of the homes will be out of the water and they can start the process of cleaning up and looking at the damage and determining what their next steps are going to be while we wait for that presidential disaster declaration that's hopefully coming so we can start helping folks rebuild.
Yeah, and we certainly are hopeful too that conditions will improve. If we do, if there are some families or you find yourself in a position where you are trapped, you can't get out, or you're in a vehicle, what should those residents do?
So if you're trapped in a vehicle or you're trapped in swift moving water, you should call 911, report that immediately, and we will send help as fast as we can. If you are in a home that's already flooded and water's starting to go down and you've decided you no longer wish to stay there and you just need to be evacuated, not rescued, but evacuated, you can call the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office non-emergency line, report that, and they will be able to dispatch that unit there to assist with that evacuation.
Jason Millsaps, Executive Director of the Montgomery County Office of Emergency Management, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And thank you so much for all of your hard work out there.
Thank you, guys. It's not just us. It's all the first responders all over the region, the state. We have a number of resources here from all over helping. And we're also helping our neighbors this morning in Liberty County and Polk County with issues there. So it's Texans helping Texans.
Absolutely.
And that's the Texan way for sure, as we've seen years and years and years. Thank you so much, Jason. And Harris County Office of Emergency Management has issued mandatory evacuations for families in several Northeast Harris County neighborhoods. You can see a map of those locations on your screen. Now in orange, we have this full list on our website at click2houston.com.
And KPRC2 is urging residents to turn around and don't drown. So that means if you are out on the road, if you are in your vehicle and you run into an area with high water, don't risk it. Just turn around. Do not attempt to drive through any type of high water. Right now on click2houston.com, our digital content producers are working very hard to provide the latest list of any of those roadways that do have high water. This is via the Houston TransStar cameras. This article will be on the homepage of our website if you visit click2houston.com.
Now is a good time to scan the QR code on your screen right now to download our free KPRC2 Storm Tracker app. It gives forecasts specific to your neighborhood, tracks rainfall totals, and features our exclusive KPRC2 flood tracker. Just search KPRC in your app store.